Yeah, good evening, all. Uh, we shall begin the session. At the end of this session, it is maximum of 1 hour session. At the end of the session, we can have the discussion, interactive session. Uh, how to publish a book with ISBN. This entire session is mainly we concentrate for academicians and researchers who are willing to publish a book, and also others who are non-academic background. They can also get the information on how to publish a book with ISBN. Yeah, this is our company, that is Selfie-Paid Developers Private Limited. With the imprint of IIP, Iterative International Publishers, we are working. Our registered location is Chikmagalur, and also we have the branch office at USA with the mentioned address. And we are the registered publishers under the Government of India, Rajaram Mohan Rai Agency, and also Government of USA under Bowker Agency. This is the mission and vision of our company regarding the publishing, maintaining the high academic standards and production standards, and to reach the right to author model to everyone's hand. This is our mission, to make this right to author model. And our vision is to establish the publishing business globally by providing the employment opportunity to the local people of Chikmagalur. It is a small town in Karnataka state. By providing the opportunity to local people of the Chikmagalur, we have the vision to establish the publishing industry to the entire world. And the main vision is to provide the affordable platform of that we are going to cover. The types of publishers and imprint, need of publishers like IAP or traditional publishers, and ISBN and its types, and who assigns ISBN and to whom, and also the process of book publication involved, and plagiarism and references, copyrighting our work, and points allotted by UGC for book publication, that is academic performance indicator. And how does this book publication add points during the accreditation process? It may be NAAC or NBA. And followed by it will include the tools available for the content preparation, and how IIP can help you to publish your book, and what are all the supporting services to authors, and what are all the marketing platforms, and royalty to the authors, and dedicated dashboards, and our publications till date, and also the dedicated publication packages with respect to institution and departments and individual authors that in the name of MOUs. So the first thing is the types of publishers. In general, there are 3 types of publishers: traditional publishers, self-publishers, and hybrid publishers. In traditional publishers, if the publisher in the traditional publisher, the publishing company will hold all the rights, royalties, and copyright. Everything will be held by the publishing company, and publisher invests the money to publish and reprint and market the book. Here, author will not invest any amount in the traditional publication, and all the formatting and design work, complete responsibility will be handled by the publisher itself. And in the self-publication, author owns the rights and royalties. Compared to traditional publisher, author will hold the copyrights and also the royalty, all the legal rights. But in the self-publication, author invests initially. He need to invest the money to publish and reprint, and also to the market, and also to market his book. So the formatting and designing the content of the book, everything should be handled by author himself. That is self-publisher. So what do you mean by this? The new thing, that is hybrid publisher. It is a combination of traditional publisher and the self-publisher. Here, the complete legal rights will be with the author, and all the formalities, publication formalities and marketing, these things will be handled by the publisher. So this is the combination of traditional and self-publisher, and author has to bear the initial amount. Initial investment will be from the author, and further the succeeding investments will be from the publisher for all the sales, traditional publisher, self-publisher, and hybrid publisher. We at IA the hybrid publication method, where initial investment will be by the author, and remaining all the process till the marketing, till the sales, we will take care of, but the copyright will be in the name of authors. So this is all about the types of publishers. So before the publication, before we go to the publication in detail, first we should know what is this imprint of a publisher. Imprint of a publisher is a trade name. It is a trade name under which all the publication works will be done. And it's like a company can have the, like, see, for Vanation dressing, it is from Aditya Birla Group. Like that, our company is Selfie-Paid Developers Private Limited. For all the publication branding, we use an imprint IAP. This is the concept of imprint. So this is very important that you should know in the publication field. It is a trade name given by the publisher. Now, what is the need of this hybrid publishers like us over these traditional publishers? As I told, all these traditional publishers getting publication in traditional publishers, it is very difficult because everything will be handled by themselves. Hybrid publication, it is comparatively, it is very complex, and it is very slow to market. As now the process is rapidly, it is growing. When the technology, it is a slow process from the approach to the publication to market. It is a very slow process. And the fourth drawback we can say about this traditional, about this traditional publication, that is the ownership of your manuscript. Manuscript means our content. It will not be with the author, it will be with the publisher. And there will be no marketing control also. There will be no creative control. Creative control means content designing. You can't design as per your requirement. It will done as per their standards, their prototypes. So even you can't fix the royalty here in the traditional publisher. But in case of hybrid publication, you can discuss with the publisher and you can fix the royalty based on the sales. And in the traditional publisher, you can't publish all kind of books. The traditional publishers, where they are specific to some field, their respective field, like academic, and in that respect, in particular, they will be with scope based. You can't publish all kind of books. So that's why these are the points. These are the points we can observe, which gives the way to go with the hybrid publisher over these traditional publishers. So these are the basic things we should know before publishing a book. ISBN, it is an international standard book number. Now, what is the purpose of this ISBN? It's like in India, how we get that having its unique identity. Then what is the format of this ISBN? It's for example, you can observe here in the ISBN. The first part, it identifies the codes are there in the will identify that this is an ISBN. And the second part identifies the country which is allotting this ISBN. Third part is the publisher who is publishing. That publisher code will be there. That will be represented by the third part. Fourth part will identify your book title of that book and also the edition. And last part, it is check digit. It is used for by the system for automation. I mean allocation. And there are two types of ISBN. One is print ISBN and be available in the online. There has to be allotted with EISBN, and the print that will go with the print mode. I mean hard copy of the book that has to be printed with print ISBN. A single book. So now the question is, who assigns this ISBN and to whom? Can I get the ISBN being an individual author? Yeah, here is the solution. Here is the answer. Who can assign the ISBN to a publisher? All over the world, there are 160 ISBN agencies government. Like in India, we have Rajaram Mohan Rai Agency, which comes under Ministry of Higher Education. Similarly, in USA, Government of India, which allocates the ISBN. So the publisher from the publisher country and the ISBN issuing agency, that should match. The condition is being an Indian publisher can't get the ISBN from the USA. Provided if you are able to get the ISBN from USA, means your office has to be registered in USA. There's the condition. So if an Indian, I can see in the simple being an Indian, I can get an ISBN from Indian agency. It is Rajaram Mohan, right? American, I can get an ISBN from the American agency, that is Booker agency. Now, who can get the ISBN? Any publisher or any firm can get the ISBN, and individual author, even any person can get the. So, and through the institution, being an academician, through our institution where we are working, in the name of the institution also, we can get the ISBN. So the condition the next question that comes to our mind is, what are the types of books we can publish? What are the types of we can classify like academic. Now I was telling about the broad categories of types of books. That is, one is academic book and non-academic books. These are the broad categories we made. It is not limited to these list what we provided here. In under academic books, we can publish a conference proceedings, PhD thesis. Also, we can publish edited books, textbooks, lab manuals, reference books, and even notes. Some professors will be, they are famous because of their notes, handwritten notes. That also can be converted. That also can be converted to the book, provided with some plagiarism constraint that I will explain in the coming slides. Then even competitive exam preparation books also can be published. These all we can categorize under academic books. Under the non-academic books, we can consider poetry, fictions, and non-fictions. In the non-fictions, we can consider autobiography, memoir, novels, stories, and activity-based books. These are all we can publish under non-academic books. So this further we can classify based on streams. In the academic books, from any field we can publish, like engineering, medical science, social science, pharmacy, management, anything. Under this non-academic books, we can categorize as crime-related books, classic, folk, adventure, children books, women related books, young adult related books, horror books. Like that we can categorize among the non-academic books and also the academic books. Okay, I hope now you got the clarity on the types of book that we can publish.
Yes,
So
sir.
now I will explain what is the process of book publication through hybrid publisher or hybrid publication method. What are all the process involved in the book publication? First thing is requirement. We being a publisher, hybrid publisher, we will discuss with an author to get his to understand his requirements. What are all the his requirements and stream of publication, type of books he wish to publish, and proposal has to be will be discussed, and then we finalize the quotation. This is the requirements. Requirement, this is the first stage, and it is followed by the agreement stage, where we make an agreement with the author by mentioning all the terms and conditions regarding the copyright, royalty, marketing, plagiarism constraints, and the confidentiality of the documents, because it is the hard effort of the author that he is giving this document, its content to us, means it is the confidentiality matters a lot. We should we being on the on behalf of the publisher side, there will be a agreement, there will be a condition where we will mention the confidentiality of the documents shared by the author. Next is the documents. Third stage is document collection. That is, raw content from the author will be received. It may be a handwritten content that can be further, it can be typed, and it that will be done from the publisher end only. So that we call it as raw content. That has to be checked for plagiarism. I will give the full detail about this plagiarism and copyright, everything. So the raw content from the author will be received, and further it will be checked for completeness. A completeness means there should not be any incomplete data, they're missing data. So once it is finalized, then we will take it for formatting. That is the fourth stage. So in the formatting stage, it may include typing, because few authors may give the handwritten content, so it may require typing and formatting of the content, and also the cover page designing as per the publication standard. So we will be knowing the publication standard, like size of the books, what is the size of the content, how the heading, how the subheadings, and how the images should be formatted. These all will be handled from the publisher end. And then parallel to this, ISBN allotment will be done, because it is, once you apply in the government portal for the ISBN, it will take around 7 to 8 days for alerting the ISBN after verification of all the author details and also the title of the book and edition of the book. These things will be reviewed by the department, I mean government department, and then they will give the approval, they will allot the ISBN. It will take 1 week process. So parallelly we will be doing this formatting process. So requirements, agreements, documents, and formatting. After these 4 stages, next is followed by the author verification stage. That is the formatted content. Formatted content will be shared to author chapter. I mean chapter wise it will be shared to the author, and after formatting each chapter, the entire merged content will be, I mean the soft copy of the book will be shared to the author. After his verification, he can review and he can give the suggestions stage by stage, and we will incorporate all the suggestions, and then we will go for, after the approval from the author end, then we will go for printing stage. Here comes the printing as per the size, as per the author requirement or as per the publication standards, and the printing will be done, followed by the binding. Binding will be, it may be hard bind or soft bind, that will be done as per the author requirement, and the complementary copies as per the agreement we will dispatch to the author. This all printing, binding, and dispatching comes under this printing stage. Then comes, that is marketing. This is very important. After putting it years together effort, there it should give some way to earn some side source of earning in our life. So there comes the marketing and royalty. So what we do is we will upload in online sales platforms like our store, IAP store is there, Flipkart and Amazon, and also the backup copies will be kept for online sales. So that is, some sales will through the distributors and some sales will be through the online sales. So bulk orders can be handled directly from our publication end, I mean from the publisher end only. So this is the marketing. This is how we can support the author for the marketing. And then the royalty. After the sales, there will be transparency. There should be a transparency between the publisher and the author regarding the sales. He should be knowing the sales, what are all the demand for his book and how much sales has done in the monthly wise or weekly wise, whatever it may be. So after the sales, the royalty has to be paid to the paid to the author by the publisher. So that royalty percentage depends on the publisher and the author in the hybrid method of publication. So this is the process of publication, that is requirements followed by agreement and documents collection, then formatting, then author verification, printing, marketing, and then royalty. So this now we can go with the general structure of a book, what it should include. In the perspective of academic, I'm telling in general, the structure of a book, like title page, that will be designed by the publisher, copyright page, that is the responsibility of the publisher, preface of your book, this has to be given by the author and further verified by the publisher, because the preface means it should include introduction to your entire content which is there in your book, and what is the scope of your book, I mean content of the book, and what is the subject, what it all covers. That should be in a page or maximum of 2 pages, it has to be included. That is the preface. This has to be initially, it has to be given by the author. And then acknowledgement. While completing a book, it is not the effort of a single person. We need a support from all the team, colleagues, and the management, everything. So we should say, we should tell our gratitude to them, that can be mentioned in the acknowledgement page. Next, this content of the book. This is like it will be like what are all the contents, what are all the topics that are included in the book, that will be there. And then chapters. So in the chapters, there is the main body of the book where the professional formatting, editing, and design is required. That will be done by the publisher end. That is, this is the main body of the book where professional formatting, editing, and designing of images, tables is required as per the publication standard. So next is followed by references. I will tell in coming slides what this exactly the references is. And then index. Index is listing of key terms in alphabetical order. If someone wants to search a specific word and its respective details in your book, then he can go to index in an alphabetical order and he can find the page number of that particular word where it is present, and then he can directly access to the directly you can go to that page in your book. And then followed by at the back cover page, at the end of the book, we can give the details about authors, like the author details along with his photo, we can display there at the back cover page of the book. This is the general structure of the book. So next is, while preparing the content of the book, this matters a lot, that is plagiarism. It is an important thing, every author should be aware of it. Plagiarism means taking some content from other source. It's like copy paste, copying the content from someone else's work and putting in your work. This is the plagiarism, where there are now many tools are available to check this plagiarism. Grammarly, Plagiarism. There are many tools are available. In this, for academic content checking, there are two ways of checking the plagiarism. In the first part, what I listed in my slide, these all not will concentrate on academic content. That Grammarly, Plagiarism, Copyscape, Unicheck, Plagiarism, these tools, plagiarism checking tools, will not concentrate on academic content, academic journals. But when you are writing an academic book, you must use these plagiarism tools, that is, which are mainly search based on the academic journals. That is Turnitin, Authenticate, Urkun, and Plague Tracker. This Plague Tracker also, that tool also, it is very compatible, and even a common user can purchase the license and can use for his personal checking. I mean, like for his personal content checking, like book content can be checked for his needs. This Turnitin Authenticate license will not be given as an individual license. These licenses are only for institutions or university level. So Plague Tracker can be used as an individual license, and that can be used. That can be used for plagiarism checking. So for more details, you can check this link. Later, I will share this detail where you can get all the plagiarism tools, which are plagiarism checking tools. So as per the UGC, now the question is, how much the plagiarized content I can use in my book while preparing the book? This is the main thing every author will get into his mind. So as a beginner, if I am a beginner in a publication field, I am a first time author. So the main thing I will get into my mind is, so if I do the copy paste, what will be the problem? What will be the plagiarism percentage allowed? So these are all questions comes. So for all these questions, so as per the Indian government, UGC, as per the letter dated 6th August 2018, the plagiarism must not be more than 10% in case of manuscript publication and also in thesis publication. Plagiarism must not be more than 10%. But in publication industry, it is very difficult to do it from scratch, the content. So what in general, what we may consider is, instead of looking for the entire book plagiarism, we will look into such that no content should cross plagiarism more than 10% from a single source. You should not extract the content from the single source such that you should not cross more than 10%. That plagiarism from a single source should not cross 10%. There is a difference. Plagiarism of entire book, plagiarism from a single source. So maintain book content such that the plagiarism from a single source should not cross more than 10%. And it may be within 10%. Even though if it is within 10%, there must be a proper citation for your work. In the next slide, I will tell how the citation has to be done for the work that you are referring. So main thing you keep in mind, from a single source, no more than 10% should not be extracted, and whatever the content that you extract from others or refer from other sources, you should make a proper citation for your work. That is, and there are few things which are excluded from the plagiarism checking. That is the references, bibliography, table of content, preface, acknowledgement, and the quotes which are written in double quotes, and the generic terms, standard symbols, equations. These are all excluded from the plagiarism checking. We no need to bother about these things. These are all excluded from the plagiarism checking. So thing is that we should give the proper citation for the work that we are going to refer. I mean, for the source, what we are going to refer, or we are going to take the content. That is, now, what are the types of sources where we can take the content and how it has to be cited? So there are different ways or different types of sources where we need to refer while preparing a book. So this is the concept. This slide will show you how we can cite the different sources in our book when we are referring or using the content or information from the other valid sources. Like if you are taking the content from the conference proceedings, so this will be the format. This will be the format to refer to be mentioned, that the source where you are taking the information. If the source is journal, then this is the format. The second one is the format if you are taking the content from the journal. If you are taking the content, I mean, if you are referring a book to prepare your content, then you should mention the book as in this format. If you are referring any online courses, then the format to mention in your book, that is as this online course reference. If you are referring any other websites, any online other than courses, if you are referring any other internet resources, then you should mention the file using this format title online followed by its URL. So these are the formats to cite a content, to cite the source from where you are referring the where you are taking the information or where you are referring the contents to prepare your own content. And there are tools are available for citing. For citing only, there are tools are available. That is Mendeley, EndNote, and Zotero. These are the very famous, I mean, user compatible tools where you can use for citing the resources. So next is copyright. In the plagiarism, what we understood is we should mention the source where we are referring. It doesn't mean that you can use all the resources by mentioning the source as a reference. It doesn't mean like that, because there may be some contents which are copyrighted, like images, like songs, photos. There will be some copyrighted content which you are not allowed to use, even though you mentioned in as a reference, but it is now you are not allowed to use in your book. So in general, the book publishers, we use this. There are three ways of reserving the rights to the content. That is, one is traditional copyright, that is C, and second one is Creative Commons CC, public domain PD. For the book publication, we use single C, that is traditional copyright, because the Creative Commons, what it says is, where it will allow the user, others to use the content, I mean your content, your book content, with some conditions. Public domain means it is open to anyone. They can use, they can republish, they can adapt, they can copy your content. There is no restriction. So for the books, what we are going to write, for that we use the copyright C symbol. That means that your content that is written by you cannot be misused, cannot be copied, cannot be adopted by anyone without your permission. So this is the copyright that we are going to use for book publication. So as per the norms, government rules, by mentioning in a copyright page, by mentioning in a book with symbol C, as I mentioned in the bottom of every slide, that is copyright C 2022 authors. What we mentioned here, like that, if you mention in a book, that is more than enough to claim your ownership for a book, I mean for a content. Copyright C 2022, that is year followed by year of publication, first edition, and followed by copyright owners. Here I have mentioned authors. It means that this book content belongs to the authors. So like that, we can, if it is mentioned in a book, that is more than enough to claim your ownership for the book. But in some cases, we need an exclusive copyright certificate for our ownership for our book. So government has provided an option to get your copyright certificate from the government portals. In Government of India, there is a copyright office, that is copyright.gov.in, where you can get the copyright certificate, for your book by paying some nominal charges. In India, it will be considered, in general, it is considered as literary works. All the writings will come, book writing, book publication comes under literary works. So the basic charge is ₹500, and the optional with commercial usage copyright, you can pay ₹2,000 plus ₹500, and you can get the but it will be reviewed by the government. You can directly get the copyright certificate easily. Your content and all the details will be reviewed by the government authority. Similarly, from the USA, anyone can get the copyright by paying some amount, that is $90 from their publication, copyright agency, that is myidentifiers.com. In India, the ISBNs are, there is no, ISBN cannot be sold, cannot be charged by even by a publisher. It is illegal. ISBN can be allotted to the book published by a publisher. Directly, ISBN cannot be sold by a publisher and cannot be purchased. It is not available for money in India. But in USA, any citizen of USA, any company registered under USA government can get the ISBN by paying the amount. If there is a registration fee for getting, there is a fee for getting the ISBN. In India, it is completely free and it should not be sold for money. So now, while preparing the content, now we are aware of, we got information about the plagiarism and what is the process involved in the publication and structure of a book and copyright conditions, what we need to follow. Now we should know what are all the points allotted by the UGC for the book publication. As per the UGC notification, 18 July 2018, there are some appendices that in that appendix 2, there for each designation, some points are allotted. For assistant professor, they have not allotted any points because appendix 2 is not applicable for the assistant professor post at the initial recruitment. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. So I was discussing about this points allotted by the UGC for the book publication. So in the associate professor, the appendix 2 criteria, there are 6 streams, 6 things they will consider for the points. That is, one is paper publication, second one is book publication, and third one is patents and awards. Then fourth one is ICT based teaching, and then this invited lecturers. So there are the 6 categories, subcategories, where out of which at least 3 will be considered for allocating the point. So to get the promotion for associate professor, the as per the appendix 2 criteria, research score must be 75, where the minimum 7 book paper publications has to be there, and remaining points can be fetched by publishing these books. Similarly, for the promotion for the professor or the principal, the minimum score is 120, out of which 10 papers has to be published. By keeping at one side 10 papers points, remaining points can be obtained by publishing books. So now our question is, now we can, now we can ask that how much points will be allocated per book publication. So here I told 75 points for the associate professor and 120 and 110 points for the professor or principal post. Here, now out of that, per book, what are the points that we are going to get when we publish a book? If the publisher is an international publisher, you will be getting a 12 points. Though these are all points if you are a single author to a book. In case of multiple authors, I will tell how the calculation will be done. If you are an international publisher, then the points, if you are a single author, then the point allocated will be 12 points. If you are a national publisher, if you publish a book under a national publisher, then the points will come under 10 points. Yeah. If a chapter is published in an edited book, then 5 points will be allotted per chapter. And if you are an editor for any international for a book which will be published in a international publisher, then 10 points will be allocated. If you are an editor in a book which is going to publish in national publisher, then 8 points will be allocated. So if you published a book with an international publisher like us, IAP, then you will get a 12 points, provided if you are a sole author. If there are, what if the multiple authors are there for a book, then if it is the case of 2 authors, if only 2 authors are there, then 70% of total value of the publication will be allotted for each author. Like 70%, you see, if I published a book under national publisher, then 70% means 7 marks. 7 points will be allotted for both the authors. If there are more than 2 authors, then for the first author, 70% will be allotted. That is 7 marks will be allotted out of 10. For all remaining co-authors, even including the second author, the 3 marks will be allotted. This is how the calculation will be done in the case of multiple authors. If the sole author, there will be no distribution. If the multiple author, that is in case of 2 authors, then each will get 70% of the total value. If more than 2 authors, then first author will get 70%. Remaining all authors will equally get the 30% of total allotted marks. This is how the points will be allotted by the UGC, and most of the universities will follow for the book publication. Now, how does this book publication add points during the accreditation process? That is, it may be NAAC or NBA. Most of the institutions, private universities and private institutions, as to support their faculties, as to promote the faculties, to motivate the faculties to publish the books, because it is directly or indirectly, it is helping the institution during the accreditation process. Because in case of NAAC, it comes under criterion 3, that is research, innovation and extension, where 15 points are allotted for the book publication in case of NAAC accreditation. So even though as per, I mean, for an individual benefits, author can publish a book, that directly affects, that improves the points of the institution where he is working during the accreditation process. That is, in NAAC procedure, in the NAAC accreditation process, under the criterion 3, 15 points are allotted for the book publication, and in the NBA criterion, it is 5, criterion 5, that is faculty information and contribution. In sub-criteria, that is 5.8.1, where here also for the book publication, nowadays it is very difficult to publish a SCI, paper in a SCI index journal. So instead, waiting for a long review process, we can go with this book publication process with hybrid mode or self-publication mode with hybrid mode under international publishers. So it is comparatively, it is easy to fetch 15 points in the NBA accreditation process also. So this is how the points are allotted in the NAAC and NBA accreditation process. So now, while preparing a content, we need a software support. Without that, it is not possible to tune our content as per the standards, as per the book publication standards. So now, for plagiarism checking, we have, that is what I told, institution level license that can be done for plagiarism checking, that is Turnitin and Authenticate. If your institution or university is not providing the access for using this Turnitin or Authenticate plagiarism checking software, you can go with an individual license with Plag Tracker. But as per my experience, the Turnitin is the topmost plagiarism checking tool, where we can get the refined report of the plagiarism for your book content. Next, the plagiarism removing. till this slide, what we discussed is how to avoid the plagiarism, how to cite the content, how to check the copyright, copyright information. Like this, the information we got. There is an options. There is a tool support for removing the plagiarism, that is Quillbot. This also you can get an individual license. It is a paid version, and for the limited usage, it is freely available. Please make note of these tools, that is Quillbot and article spinning, Spinbot. Article spinning and Spinbot are all free software tools for plagiarism removing, but the quality output you can expect in the Quillbot tool. But it is a paid version. For the limited usage with different email IDs, you can manage with the free version, that is Quillbot. But while removing the plagiarism, please keep in mind that when you place a content, there may be a chance of removing the keywords of your content, because the key terms which has to be retained in the content, that also will be altered by these tools. Because how these tools will work is, how the artificial intelligence is designed is, the tool will look into the alternative words for your content. So that's why always when the AI looks for alternative words, the core meaning of the abstract, the content of our content will change when we directly do the copy paste work in these tools. If I put a content in Quillbot and then run the machine and then it will give the plagiarism removed content, alternative content with literal meaning, not with technical meaning. It will give the literal meaning, literal alternative meaning for the content what you posted in the Quillbot. So what we should do is, the content, when we run the Quillbot machine, it will give the alternative content after removing your plagiarism. There you take that altered paraphrased content, we call it as paraphrased content. That paraphrased content you should take in a separate sheet, and you should read line by line where you should retain the technical key terms that has to be retained to retain the original meaning of your content. Otherwise, simply doing the copy, simply pasting the content which has to be paraphrased and then running the bot and then taking the paraphrased content, it will alter the genuineness. It will alter the original meaning of your content. So I'm telling how you should use this Quillbot, or how you should use this plagiarism removing tools for your content while putting in a book. You should keep in mind that which are all the key terms should be reserved, unaltered, so that the core meaning of your content should not be altered. So in this way, you should use this plagiarism removing tools. That is, Quillbot is best working tool as of now. So next is for image designing and graphics. For the charts, you can use the Microsoft Excel. That is the easiest way. I'm telling the tools which is a common man can use without any additional technical knowledge. I'm telling the tools which a common man can use with basic technical knowledge can use these tools. Such tools I'm telling here, not with any complex tools. Microsoft Word, we can, for the images and tables, we can use the Microsoft Word. And Photoshop is there, that is CS version, that can also be, that is a paid version that can be used to create our own images. And now grammar checking. The main thing is, when we preparing a content in English, in the English language, the main thing is grammar checking, proofreading. While making the proofreading of the entire content, we need a grammar checking support. Instead of a manual grammar checking, we can go with the tool Grammarly. This is also a paid version, but for the limited usage, we can use this Grammarly tool. Even Quillbot is also supporting the grammar checking. So that these are the tools, Grammarly, and please now make a note of these tools, Grammarly and Quillbot. These will make you to check the grammar, and it will give the solution also. But provided if you are not using a licensed version, then the checking is limited for some extent. And for citing support, as I told in previous slides, you can use Mendeley and EndNote. These are the software tools that are available for content preparation. Now, this is all about the book publication. Now, how we can support you to publish your book from the IAP team, how we can support you people to publish a book as per the academic standard or as per the industry standard. So we are the leading academic and non-academic hybrid book publishers. So we are providing the publication charges which is lowest in the industry, and we provide the multiple, the main unique service is we provide the multiple iterations of the content formatting. Because till this slide, I hope you might have understood the need of a hybrid publisher or the support of a publisher to bring your book live. So we provide from the IAP team, we provide the multiple iterations of formatting. Multiple iterations of formatting means until the author satisfaction. Will be providing in the online store, Amazon Kindle, we have our own online store, that is IAP online store, which is based on Instamojo, and Amazon Kindle and Flipkart. At the without taking any additional charge, we will be providing this online sales platform listing. And we will be providing 30% royalty on MRP of the book. What are the MRP that will be fixed for your book? In that 30% will be given as a royalty to the author. And ISBN, unique ISBN will be allotted from our end and as a publisher. See, for those who are in urgent need of book publication, we will go with the USA agency because it is 48 hours procedure. If you go with Indian agency, the publication, ISBN allotment will take 15 to 20 days. If you are anyone is in an area of publishing, if there is an urgent need of book publication, then we will go with the USA ISBN allotment. But thing is that please make a note that your ISBN, the ISBN allotted to you, that must be whoever may be the publisher. It may be IAP or it may be anyone. Whoever may be the publisher, that ISBN must be searchable in the portal, in the government portal. But make sure that the ISBN, make a note that ISBN allotted in the USA portal, that is not searchable in Indian government portal, but it is searchable in Google, that is USA. But it is not searchable in Indian government portal. Indian government portal searches the ISBN which are allotted under the Indian publisher only. So that is the thing. When you are going for any appraisal procedure or any promotion or any recruitment process, it is our suggestion to go with publisher who are registered with Indian ISBN portal, because there will be cross verification of the ISBN that can be checked with the Indian government portal, where we can verify your book title, publisher as well. But thing is that after the publication, it may take 6 to 8 months to reflect in Indian government portal. That is the main constraint you should understand. After the publication, it will take around 6 to 8 months to reflect in the portal. So that is the main thing. And our IAP, we are proud to say that our IAP is registered in Global Register of Publishers. This is the organization where all publishers from all over the world are listed. That is only the international publishers which are with some recognitions and standard, which are following some standards, are listed in the Global Register of Publishers. With that link, you can check we are listed in that Global Register of Publishers with the keyword selfie page. And we will be providing the shareable, we will be providing the authorship certificate of publication with the ISBN number. So this is how we can support support you to publish your book, and what are all the supporting services we are providing to authors to publish a book. I told what are all the works that are involved while preparing the content of the book. Now we are providing a easy platform, easy way to the authors so that they can use the our services. Few are free services, few are paid services. Just I will list out what are the services that we are providing for the authors. One is we are having we can provide the plagiarism checking. We have our own plagiarism checking tools. You don't need to search anywhere. You can make use of it freely. No need to pay to us. You can contact us through. You can mail your document. We will provide the assurance about your confidentiality for your document. We will provide the free plagiarism checking using Turnitin. And also we have the licensed version of Grammarly tool. We will provide the grammar checking also. That is also for free. That is also for free for the authors. We have the licensed version of Quillbot tool for reframing and paraphrasing the sentences. This service also we can provide. These plagiarism checking, grammar checking, and Quillbot for paraphrasing sentences. These things and we can provide free of cost. No, we are not providing. We are not taking any charges from the authors. Anyone can use these services, and there may be some at some extent there may be a requirement of conversion tools like PDF conversions and all. We have the licensed version of small PDF where you can convert image to PDF, and we can extract the tables from the PDF. You can convert the PDF to Word. All the PDF handlings can be done using this small PDF licensed version. And we have the reviewing team where we can review the content about the feedback. We can give the feedback about the content with some nominal charges, which will be taken by the reviewing team, not by us. And proofreading can also be done. And we can design the images and tables for you with the tools. We have the professional designers and editors. So with the support of them, we can design the images and tables for you. We will provide the complete support. There will be one-to-one support. We will dedicate one person from our end, so that it will be throughout the book publication, from the typing to marketing. Till that, there will be one person will be allocated, dedicated person will be allocated to you, so that you will provide all the services, all the guidelines throughout the process to bring your book live. Okay, where as I told, these are the marketing platforms where we can publish your books. I mean, where we can sell your books. That is Amazon. If it is an ebook, you can directly get it through the Kindle and Flipkart. And we have tie up with many offline distributors like TBH distributors, which is very famous in Bangalore, Chennai, in South India. And we have we have collaboration with many distributors, so that we can connect we can share your book details with them if any requirement is there. So we will feed that. We will do the print. We will provide their supply of your book from our end, so that your book sales will improve. And we will keep on promoting in our Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram pages, which are having thousands of users, subscribers to our pages. And we also provide in our sales through our store, that is iaponline.org. And we are developing we are a software development company, that is Self-Paid Developers Private Limited. We have the software development team. Using that, we are developing a separate platform, that is IAP Books, which is going to launch in shortly, in 1 or 2 weeks. Through that, we are providing a AI-based, AI-enabled, artificial intelligence-enabled search is incorporated in that, and we are to improve the sales of the authors. So now the question is, if you publish with us, what will be the royalty that you will get if you publish your valuable content? that the effort of 2 to 3 years, if you publish or if you are publishing with us, means we should give something to you. We should support you in through financially also. So our main aim is you write, we publish, we sell, you earn. This is our motto, that we are providing the 30% royalty to you. Here, I will clarify on the thing, the 30%. What is this 30%? Here, author will invest only at there will be only one time investment from the author for these all the services that we provide. After that, author will no need to invest even a single rupee for us. So for all the recurring orders that we get, for all the demands what we get, for all the demands, will be supplied by the investment of the publisher itself. Author no need to invest. There will be no recurring investment from the author, and for each sale we will be providing the 30% of MRP. If your book is MRP is 1000, if it is fixed to 1000 rupees, then per each sale you will be getting the 300 rupees of royalty to your book for each sale. Now you may ask the question, how will come to know, how you will come to know this sales count, and how I can get the report on this royalty and all. So we are designing, what I told, the new upcoming platform is there. We have designed already the dedicated dashboard of this, the author dashboard, where you will come to know the list of published books, where you can submit a new proposal, where you can purchase a book from our sales, from our platform, and you can, there is a separate dashboard, sales report, and there is a separate dashboard for royalty report. You can, the royalty to be paid, royalty, total royalty paid, completed report you will get in there in your dashboard. So this is how we are providing the dashboard to the authors. So till date, what's our publication? Till date, after since 2018, we are not publishing all the books that we get. We are reviewing the quality of the content, and then we are accepting for the publication. Till date, we are providing the publication. We have published more 1000 plus published. This is the data as of September 2022. Till date, we have published around 1000 plus titles. Now, titles means books, different books, and number of copies 25,000 plus copies based on the order requirement. And we have 2,500 satisfied authors in our, under IAP. We're happy with our services. So you can give your valuable content, and we are here to support in all the ways to publish your book. So we are providing an option of MOU, that is, these MOUs can be shown for the during the accreditation process also, NAAC and NBA process also. MOU under 3 levels. We can sign the MOU with institution level, we can sign the MOU with academic department level, and we can, individual author can directly sign with us. So these are the package, like we can say this is the package or MOU which is valid for 1 year. So if we sign with the institution level, we can accept the publication of any number of books from that institution, where we will be charging only 10,000 rupees per book, which is allowed up to 400 pages with 10 complementary copies. So these are the institution level MOU. Similarly, in the we can collaborate with the academic departments if the entire institution is not ready. There we are providing the faculties or author a direct opportunity to publish a book. This is one-time charges that we are taking from the author, because to provide all the services, formatting, editing, all the work has to be handled, printing, everything. So for all these services, we are providing the consolidated, we are taking the consolidated charges. There is no more hidden charges. So there is the academic department level, what we are providing these services under MOU. Even directly an author, anyone can sign an MOU with us. so that then the publication charges will be like rupees 12,000 per book up to 400 pages. It will be 10 complimentary copies. So this is the just an options, that opportunities that we are giving to the institution level, academic department level, or individual author level, and this will be valid for 1 year. This will be valid for 1 year from the date of signing the MOU. After this webinar, we will be we will be sharing you the Google form link. Please, those who are interested to collaborate with us, once a collaboration doesn't mean that you should give the book immediately. It is the collaboration for 1 year. We will be guiding. We are ready to give a seminar or seminar at your institution, like offline seminars, offline guidance to the authors or faculties from your institution or the department, so that you people, after making MOU for 1 year, you can utilize all these services: Grammarly, Quillbot, and plagiarism checking, and all the proofreading and content designing. All these services can be used freely under this MOU. Only when the content is ready for publication, then per book, these are the consolidated charges we are going to charge. And these MOUs can be used for during the accreditation process also. Now, so this is the basic information that we have given under this seminar on how to publish a book. This is just an overview that we have given. There can be, we can conduct the seminar in future. We can conduct the seminar in future that at each slide we can give the seminar. These are the topics in such a way that for each topic I can give a webinar, like using the Quillbot tool, using the Grammarly tool. There are the different, the in-depth concepts are there in at each slide. Now the overview I have given. So please collaborate with us to utilize our services and to gain more information about these things, publication. So this is our team. This is the office that we are having at Chikmagalur. So we have one senior manager and managers too, lead analyst 10, editing team we have 10 staff, printing and binding sales section will be handled by 3. So this is the team. There we have the dedicated professionals for editing your content. So there will be, we can give the one-to-one service for the book publication. So these are the social media links where you can follow, and these are the contact numbers. You can directly contact to us and we will be at your service.